aha moment back in the middle 90s when I was working at the International Fund for Agricultural Development in Rome, one of the hardship posts that I've had in my life. And I discovered this thing called microcredit, and actually invited a bunch of the luminaries, including Maria Otero, who at the time was still at Acción, and others who were real experts in the space, to come to IFAD and explain to us there and our colleagues about this new thing that was all about commercial microcredit. And it was a real mind-blowing experience because it created a complete shift from thinking about poor, excluded, and marginalized people as beneficiaries to thinking about them as customers. So instead of being beneficiaries subject, waiting for a handout, waiting for somebody to provide them with charity or donations and philanthropy, it's more empowering concept of they are now, sort of driving their own destiny, making choices to take this kind of credit and then using that to improve their lives. And it's a complete paradigm shift. And that experience with microcredit, I then went on to join CGAP, which is an organization based in the World Bank group that I think I was like the fourth person to join CGAP back in 1996. And, really trying to drive the field of commercial microfinance. It turned into a conversation around access to finance more broadly, financial inclusion, even more broadly than that. And I ended up writing a book called Access for All, Building Inclusive Financial Systems back in 2006, which was thinking in the systems change concept that you've mentioned, Lori. So how might we think about how to align entire economies, sort of open up the bottom of the financial sector, and first and foremost, to include everyone. So that was the topic back then. And then since then, there's been in the field and also in my own thinking, a broadening of that concept beyond the financial sector, and also looking at all these other areas like access to energy and access to water and agriculture and all the areas where poor people make their living or need access to services, and kind of updated the concept of access for all back in 2018 around how to build inclusive economic systems by essentially creating opportunities of two main pathways out of poverty. One is access to services, is crucial services, including financial services, but also others, and jobs. So these are the two ways that we can build a more inclusive economic system, more, sort of intentionally. And this is a really important conversation, especially right now when we're talking about reinventing capitalism and how to think about how to make the economic system work for everyone instead of just a few. So I've seen this sort of evolution from the very early days of microcredit, and then how we can apply many of those concepts to other sectors. And now where I am today, working specifically with social entrepreneurs that are trying to apply those double and sometimes triple bottom lines to their businesses.